Good morning, dear students, and welcome back in the GSC class. I hope all of you safe at home without any reason. Don't go outside, and I think all of you completed holiday homework. All of you. I will tell you the date. Then, according to that date, you can submit. And now I will teach chapter 10, and name of the chapter 10 is the motion and measurement of distance. Motion and measurement of distance. And I have completed chapter 1, 2 and 3. So first we will discuss about story of transport. What is the story of transport? So chapter 10 is the motion and measurement of distance. Chapter 10, motion and measurement of distance. 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 So first I will discuss about what is the story of transport. Story of transport. Story of transport. Story of transport. What is the story of transport? So in prehistoric times, the humans did not have means of transport, and they moved around on foot, because in prehistoric times that vehicles was not available, so they move around on foot. So later on with the domestication of animals such as horses, camels, oxen, etc., humans learned how to ride them and carry goods on their backs from one place to another. And after that they carrying the things or goods on their back, and then they are ride. And the invention of wheel. When wheel invented, made a great change in the means of transport. With the invention of wheel, it made a great change in the means of transport. Wheels were employed in the carts and carriages, which were driven by the horses, camels, oxen, and so on. This continued till the AD 1800. After that, the invention of steam engine and then steam locomotive presented as entirely new, cheap and fast mode of transportation. Railroads, railways lines were laid to run trains to haul passengers and goods from one place to another. Steam ships were made which carried large amount of goods from one country to the another country. Then they carried when laid to run trains, then it hauled passengers and goods from one place to another. And steamships, when steamships made, then they carried large amount of goods from one country to the another country. And later on, petrol and diesel engines were invented, which revolutionized the road transport, and ships were fitted with powerful diesel engines, which were far more superior than the steam ships. And the 20th century saw the development of aeroplanes, and the 20th century, it is the development of aeroplanes which carry passengers as well as goods across the continents in a few hours. Within few hours, you can see that aeroplanes you can reach within hours. Electric trains, monorails and supersonic aeroplanes are some of the fastest mode of transportation of the later 20th century. And you have seen that in the 20th century, when aeroplane and different kinds of mode of transportation they invented, then within few hours you can reach to the other continent. And now you can see that different kinds of vehicles are there. Example, you can see that bus, car, different kinds of motor vehicles, so you can reach early. Need to measure distance. How you will measure the distance from one place to another? So we know people from the prehistoric times were traveling from one place to another, and the question arises here, how the people knew how far they have traveled. So in simple words, the question is, what is the distance covered between the two places? What is the distance covered between two places? So now the two places or points may be close enough, like the two ends of your house, or maybe far apart like the cities of Amritsar and New Delhi. In the same manner, if you are asked what is your height, then you will measure, and all we want to know, what is the straight line length from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. So this is the length. So you will, if you want to know your height, then you will measure from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. And generally distance is given as the length of a straight line between the two points. If you want to measure the distance, then you will see that this is the points. And if you want to know that what is the distance from this place to this place, then you will measure. If it is long distance is there, then we will measure according in a kilometer. If long distance is there, if we want to know that what is the distance between Amritsar to Delhi, so we will measure in kilometer, because long distances we measure in the kilometer, and short distances we are measuring in the centimeters and meter. So this is the, if long distances are there, if we want to know that what is the distance between Gorakhpur to Lucknow, then we will measure in kilometer, how much kilometer it is. If short distance is there, then we are measuring, means just like we want to know that what is the distance between this pencil, then we can measure in the centimeter, like that. So, and if want to know that what is the how much meter it is, that cloth pieces, then we will measure in the meter. So this is the long distances, and you know that long distances we are measuring in the kilometer, and short distances we are measuring in the meter and centimeter, like that. So in the same way, if you ask what is your height, you know that, so you will measure from the top of the head and bottom of the feet. So when you will take the distances, then you can know that what is the distance. After that, generally distance is given as the length of a straight line, and this distance is the length of a straight line. So you can see that this is the length of the straight line between the 2 points. This is the 2 points, 1 point here and here. Then you will measure the distance, how much kilometer, how much meter and centimeter, like that. So long distances we are measuring in the kilometer. So now generally distance is given as the length of a straight line and between the 2 points. However, it is not always true, because there are times when the path between the 2 points is zigzag or a curved line. In such a situation, the distances is the actual length along the zigzag or the curved path. Let us take a simple example. What is the length of your dining table and how will you find it? Then most probably you will answer, measure the length with a measuring tape, and you are probably right. But the question is, what is the ancient man, when the ancient man did not have measuring tape, then how he went about in measuring distances? So before we answer this question, let us try to understand the word measurement. and ancient men, how they were taking the measurement. If they, I will ask what is the distance of your dining table, then now you have measuring tape, and you can take the distances, and immediately you will give the answer. But in ancient time, how they were measuring. So before we answer this question, let us try to understand the word measurement. So first we will discuss about the what is the measurement. I will discuss about what is the measurement. So if we know what is the measurement, then for this let us perform the following activities, and assuming that we have no modern measuring devices. So I will read the activity, and in according to activity I can tell. So till here this is all about chapter 10, motion and measurement of distances, and you will take revision till here.